Like that is so hilarious.
There
And like all
was
the guests here too.
like there were so many ways he could have done it that weren't that funny, but this was the best, man. She's like, "Yo, guys, we're done in here. We're this is like a bouncer at 4 a.m. being like, we got to wrap it up, man. This is it."
That's
It was a bad look for Jason and also a bad look for Storm.
it, yeah, because you're basically being scolded by like the lowest guy on board who you should fire.
Right.
Sandy sending him to discipline you. Like yeah, that was very tough. I, interesting. It's like Jason and Kyle kind of have a little convo during this episode.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were so close, but I mean, Jason's just like, dude, my jokes are not landing. They're funny. I don't know what's going on. It's not me. I'm hilarious. It's these guys.
It's a culture gap. They also like he's like I do a lot of stuff at home. I juggle, and I guess they don't storm zine coordinated numbers by juggling either. No, I mean, look, it's that would suck if you're not friends with anyone you work with, but he does himself no favors either. I don't know.
No, just not.
I just like that. I was just I didn't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
well, why? Like there is a deadline. The guests are about to come on board. Like there is a deadline.
It's a tough look. Jason's got really no leg to stand on, and I think at this point he's just like hanging out collecting, you know, $1,600 tips every 3 days, which for him,
Yeah,
I would just try to milk that gravy train as long as I could. Like, I mean, you don't have to be shitty about it, which he is, unfortunately, but um, it is what it is.
that's a good point because he doesn't want to get back to commodities trading. He's a yachty, and
Yeah.
like I know he's like the low man on the totem pole, but like those tips are pretty huge. Like it, if you can get through a season, like that's like good for your bottom line. Like it's good for your bank account.
Hey,
So I guess that's the plan. Yeah, even if you're not
yeah,
having any fun.
yeah, he's banking $500 a day. He's got no overhead. Like think about it. What overhead could he have? Unless there's like, I don't know, I'm guessing like some form of like health, like do you have to buy health insurance or does like the boat cover it during that time?
That's
That's all I
confusing
could think
because they're
about.
in Europe, but he's from America. I who knows how that works.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you're right. Like you're this is a good job. So yeah, you it's kind of interesting like watch a guy just like kind of struggle to get through it. But and we do know later in the season he does ask Storm to fire him, but we don't know how we get there. So
Uh, I I mean, once you get far along, like there's like a quarantine period here. It's like 10 days or whatever.
I
Like
think
there's no
yeah,
way.
yeah, I'm sure
Like
there
Z
still
was still
was.
quarantined. Or
Yeah.
Z said it was like 2 weeks.
Oh you're right. Yeah. Oh man.
So
Yeah, anything
it's a
else from
real
this episode?
no, I just thought it was really funny when Sandy's like walking everyone through. She's like, here's what I want, guys. This is a V formation. This is what I want the anchors to look like. And then it's like 20 minutes later, it's like, all right, the anchors are tangled. Like what like who would have thought?
She's the only captain who gets the anchor tangled. It
Yeah.
happened season two. It they almost had to cut the anchor and like end their season. It was so bad. It only happens to her. Just
Were wasn't they talking about like it was like a $40,000 anchor or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a rat's nest too. I don't it, it for the record, Cindy, this only happens to you. She says it happens to every boat.
I'll
But
tell you this. I've taken out my parents' boat. I've put two anchors out. Never got anything twisted.
that I've been on the boat quite a few times. I can attest. I've never
Yep.
seen the anchor tangle either.
No. So I don't even know how they've got themselves in these situations, but it's not a great look. I don't know. They put it on like a suspenseful ending that was like, is Storm gonna lose his arm? It's like probably not. He'll probably be fine.
Like we would we would know.
Yeah, they're probably like, Yeah, no, like we canceled this season of Below Deck Med. A dude lost his arm.
All that like this season on stuff never
Yeah,
happened.
like
Wow.
Natasha crying is just about Storm losing his arm. That's probably it.
That would be that would blow my mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna assume Sturm untangles it.
yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. Sean, anything else you want to just go right into awards?
Sure, sure. John, who'd you have winning the episode?
Jason, or no, sorry, uh, the chef, Dave.
Yeah, I had
Just a
Dave
good,
too.
just a good. He got a good cut, man. He got a really good cut. Um, he seemed happy. He was on the ball. Um, it seems like he's moved past the whole Natasha thing, and he like actually like wants to be friends now, which to Natasha is like a signal that she should try to get back together with Dave. Because how dare a guy not want her? Um, Good cut.
If there's a Natasha contest, Dave appears to be winning it right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
think I think they're next night out, they're doing something. There's a kiss or there's something. Uh Also one thing I love that Dave said, he's like, I really try to get along with the interior team and like respect them. It just makes work like that much better.
yeah,
I mean, every chef should be like that.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean, chefs are usually off the wall, man. They've usually got like a screw loose, and I don't mean that in like a terrible way, just or a bad way at all. It's just like a lot of chefs are just built different.
Yeah. There are some that kind of don't respect the server position
All
or
right.
the stew position. And even like Dave said, like, I couldn't fold a shirt. He actually said that, but like, I don't know, like it's just like cool. It's just like a good way to go about it. And good, yeah, great Dave episode. And he was having fun wearing that wig. So
Now here's the thing: he's got a Costanza situation.
mm,
Um, and what was the one time Costanza always talked about how he doesn't like meeting girls wearing hats because then like they won't figure out he's bald until later. So like when he went up with the hair, I don't know if that's the first time he met them or whatever, but like, do you think like night two they'd be like, oh, Dave's thought he had good head of hair on top?
they might, yeah. If here's my theory on toupees and wigs for
Yep.
guys. If you're rich enough, you can get away with it. I've worked many like fancy cocktail party where there's a rich guy just wearing a very obvious wig.
Yep.
And I don't, if you just kind of own it and
Yep.
you're also worth millions of dollars, people just kind of go along with it. It's weird. I think he actually looks better bald though.
I think he is too.
Yeah, he pulls it off better than I could.
Yeah.
John, who'd you have losing the episode?
Uh the perennial Natasha, man. She just stinks. I don't know. I thought Jason's not great either, but like Natasha is now using her sister as a mediary to talk to her boyfriend, which she just got together with, and now is starting to like get a little bit closer with Dave. So just I continue to think Natasha stinks.
I also Natasha. I couldn't. I wanted to give it to like Jason, but the movement on
Yeah.
the wave runner was just funny.
Yeah.
So like not intentionally, but like
Yeah.
it made me laugh. No, I'm also starting to think she might not be that good at her job. I think Kyle and Natalia are both pretty solid,
Yep.
and Dave's awesome, and that's kind of what's been carrying her all season.
Exactly.
So I know we'll see what happens. I can't wait, but yeah, low Natasha tonight.
Yeah. All right, man. I agree. I'm shocked Jason didn't get it from either of us, but that's just the
It's
way it
like
crumbles.
I think he's gotten it like 2 weeks in a row, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
we gotta move. We gotta move it over. So all right, man. Anything else? I mean, we got maybe 6 more episodes of this left. I don't know.
well,
Maybe more.
well, John. One thing. Did you see the trailer for Below Deck Adventure?
I did. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Any initial thoughts?
So this is more of a macro thought than
Yeah.
anything, but like, are they preparing for like one of the other franchises to like maybe not be here in the foreseeable future? Because I don't think you try to like rebrand Below Deck Legacy if Captain Lee leaves. I think you just like be like, okay, that one's over. And now we have Below Deck Down Under is one of our three. So I think you always run three at a time, but they're kind of keeping some like at primed for when either like Captain Sandy or I don't even want to say Captain or Captain Lee or Captain Glenn kind of call it quits.
Yeah, I think that's probably the move. Like and like especially with these spin-offs, the one reason they're a good idea is like I feel like the recent problem with like Below Deck Legacy is it's kind of always being compared to as glory seasons. Because like
Right.
it's already been on for 9 seasons. So like people are always going to compare it to like season 3 or season 6, and it hasn't been as good the past couple of years. We're with these spinoffs, you're kind of starting fresh, and like it's not being compared to anything else. It's just being compared to like what you're being shown so far.
Yep.
So that's smart. I will say, love seeing everyone's like cold weather fits, like all the crew, like wearing like jackets and stuff. Love that.
Yep.
And man, Norway just looks like so different than all the usual like locations we've seen. So like,
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for that. And based on the trailer, this crew is doing a lot of hooking up.
Yeah.
So I'm into it. I don't know if they'll run Below Deck Legacy and Adventure at the same time.
Probably not. I mean, they can run one on Peacock. We'll see when it starts, but
So, well, that's the thing. This premieres on a Tuesday, Adventure.
okay. Ooh.
So maybe it's Legacy on Monday, Adventure on Tuesday. But then why haven't we gotten a Legacy trailer yet?
I don't know. I don't know why, but like Med had a really late trailer too.
That is also, yeah, and they're probably trying to drum interest for Adventure because we don't know it's coming yet.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens, man.
It kind of, yeah, but puts the pressure on Legacy though. Like, hey,
Right.
we got 4 other options here. Sailing Us on Fire. People really like Down Under, which we haven't talked about, but which I don't know. I thought Down Under, I thought it was a fine season. I think people maybe rated it a little bit because they thought the captain was good looking.
That's yeah. I thought the same thing actually. Yeah.
It's like it's just like a very like right down the middle average season of Below Deck. That's not bad or good. It's just like I don't know. It was solid, but Adventure looks like a little different in like the best way. And also they're gonna get off the boat and like do weird stuff.
Yeah, I like that aspect.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't sure if we needed another spinoff, but based on the trailer, I'm into it.
All right, man. Good episode. We'll be back next week, and hopefully everyone has their arms at that point.
Imagine that would break Below Deck.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, John. Well, see you next week, everyone. Thank you for listening. Bon voyage.